In this module, let us learn about connective tissues. First, we will discuss the functions of connective tissue. Connective tissue in animals serve the function of binding and joining one tissue to another. That is, connecting bones to each other, muscles to bones, etc., forming packing material around various organs, carrying various materials from one part to another part of the body, forming supportive framework of cartilage and bones for the body. Thus, major functions of connective tissue are binding, supporting, and packing together different organs of the body. Now, we will discuss something about the cells present in connective tissues. The cells of connective tissues are loosely spaced. The space between them is filled by a substance called as matrix. Sometimes it is called as medium also. The nature, density, and amount of matrix differs depending upon the function of particular connective tissue. The matrix may be jelly-like, fluid, dense, or rigid. There are various types of connective tissue like blood, bone, ligament, tendons, cartilage, areolar, and adipose connective tissue. They all have different types of cells and matrix. Their locations and functions are different. First, let us discuss about fluid connective tissue, that is blood. In this tissue, space between cells is occupied by liquid substance called as plasma. Blood plasma is made up of almost 90% of water and 10% of other substances like proteins, salts, and hormones. There are three types of cells present in blood: red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Red blood cells are large in number and have one special pigment called as hemoglobin. These RBCs you can see in the picture shown here. They are circular, biconcave, and they don't have nucleus. Since they don't have nucleus, more surface area is available for carrying oxygen to different body parts. The white blood cells are small in number as compared to red blood cells. They serve important role in body's defense mechanism against pathogens. There are different types of WBCs like neutrophils, eosinophils, basophils, lymphocytes, and monocytes. Some of them, like neutrophils and monocytes, literally engulf the bacteria or other pathogens. Some of them, like lymphocytes, produce antibodies and antitoxins to destroy pathogens. This is how WBCs protect our body from pathogens. The platelets are irregularly shaped. They are merely fragments of giant cells. They are helpful in blood clotting. Now, we will sum up the functions of blood. Blood serves the function of transport of nutrients, carbohydrates, oxygen, waste products, hormones from one part of the body to another. The next function. WBCs act as defense mechanism of our body. Platelets help in clotting of blood. The next connective tissue is bone. Bone is very strong and non-flexible tissue. Its matrix is solid and hard, made up of compounds of phosphorus and calcium. Bone cells, called as osteoblast or osteocytes, are embedded in this matrix. Bones form basic framework that supports the body. Bones protect vital body organs like brain, lungs, etc. Bones anchor muscles. Bones help in carrying out movement. Now, next type of connective tissues are ligaments and tendons. Both these are separate connective tissues. First, let us talk about ligaments. You must have heard about ligament injury, right? So, these are yellow connective tissues or yellow fibrous connective tissues, you can say, which join two bones together. They are elastic, that is flexible. They have considerable strength. They are they have very little matrix. This year we are not going to discuss anything about the cells present in ligament and tendons. Ligaments are present in the joints where they join two bones together. Tendons are cord-like, strong, inelastic, non-flexible connective tissues that join skeletal muscles to bones. A tendon is white fibrous connective tissue which has greater strength but limited flexibility. Both of them have jelly-like solid matrix. Now we will talk about cartilage connective tissue. This tissue has widely spaced cells and have jelly-like soft solid matrix composed of proteins and sugars. This is very flexible tissue. Cartilage is located in ear pinna, nose tip, epiglottis, rings of trachea, and um, ends of long bones. Function of this tissue is to provide support and flexibility to body parts, and it smoothens bone surfaces at joints. Now, next connective tissue is adipose. This is nothing but fat reservoir of the body. Its matrix is packed with large spherical or oval shaped cells called as adipocytes. Each cell contains fat globules. It is found beneath the skin, between internal organs. It forms shock absorbing cushion around kidneys and eyeballs. This tissue also acts as an insulator as it is poor conductor of heat. It reduces heat loss from the body. And the last type of connective tissue is areolar connective tissue. This connective tissue is made up of different kinds of loosely packed cells in matrix which has fibrous components. Means its matrix contains fibrous components, fibrous things. This connective tissue is most widely distributed connective tissue. It joins skin to muscles, fills space inside the organs, and is found around the muscles, blood vessels, nerves, in bone marrow. It acts as supporting or packing tissue between the organs. It helps to repair the tissues. It fixes skin to underlying muscles. It helps in combating foreign toxins, helps in building immunity due to presence of cells like mast cells and macrophages.